were built for the space shuttles. Boeing is now using these facilities. This is another private industry company. Boeing built NASA's new capsule. In fact, they built 2 capsules, I'm told, inside the building to the right, and you'll see that they painted a picture of it on the front of the building. Okay? So, but these buildings were built for, originally for the space shuttles. Boeing is using them. If you look at the building to the right, it has the word home of the X-37B. SpaceX launched 2 different rockets the other day, and one of the things they launched was that X-37B. The X-37B, if you remember what the space shuttles look like, it looks like a very miniature space shuttle, but it is unmanned. That's as much as we know. They don't let us know anything else. If they told Beverly, Beverly don't tell you, so otherwise I would tell you. All right, so coming up on the left-hand side, just as I cleared this stoplight, in a black fenced area, there is a long gray structure with a white box. This is called the crew access arm. How does those astronauts get on board the rockets or space shuttles? Well, they walk across this gray arm. They go through the white box. The white box is called the white room. There's a picture on there. Those astronauts are walking across there. This originally came from Launch Pad 39A. Okay? Look back at the vehicle assembly building. You see the word Artemis written on the building. Look at the letter A. Take your eyes and go to the left of those 3 different shades of color. You should see a little gray door. Well, little gray square. That is a door. Anybody see that?
Yes.
All right, that's an 8-foot people door.
Wow.
All right, take a quick look out the right side. This is the press site. This is where the news media comes to hang out to bring you the live coverage on your television at home. And if you look out in the parking lot, you should see a flag waving and a blue box. That's our countdown clock. That's where most often you will see, if you see a launch on television, they always show you the countdown clock. Look across the water past the flag. Out in the distance, you see 4 towers out there, lights flashing on them. Kind of a dark tower in the middle. That's Pad 41 over on the Air Force. SpaceX is using that launch pad, okay? Also, if you look to the left of that launch pad, you see a tall white tower, has a flag on it. To the left of that, there's another set of towers with white tips and has a dark tower in the middle. That is Pad 41 over on the Air Force. That is an Atlas launch pad, okay? Take a quick look back to the left, to the left, to the left. You see 2 sections of gravel separated by a grassy median. What looks like 2 different driveways is equal to, or a little better, of 8 lanes of traffic going across. This driveway is for the vehicle on your video. Please take a close look at it right quick.
The largest self-powered land vehicle in the world. It was originally built in 1965 for the Apollo program and has since been updated to accommodate the space shuttle and now NASA's SLS rocket. Weighing in at 6 million pounds and capable of lifting and hauling 18 million pounds, the crawler is an engineering marvel, even without a rocket sitting on top of it. This thing has 2,750 horsepower V16 diesel engines that can carry the crawler up to a top speed of, wait for it, 1 mile per hour.
All right, so I'm going to show you that vehicle coming up, okay? And I'm going to play that video more on the way back. Building, there's a tall tower in the background. 2 towers, all right? That's Pad 36. That is Blue Origin, okay? Blue Origin. You also have Delta, SpaceX, Atlas, okay? And that's the Air Force. You're on NASA's Kennedy Space Center. Once again, straight ahead of us is Launch Pad 39A. Take a glance to the left. You see 3 towers with white tips. There's a thick tower in the middle. That is Pad B. Pad 39B is where NASA is launching that new Space Launch System rocket from right over there. I mean, that Launch Control Center. The bleachers over here to the left we're passing by, this is where we used to bring the family members of those astronauts. We no longer do that. We take them up on top of the launch control. You notice the railing going around to keep them there. Because over here off the left, once again, is the press site. We learned the hard way when we lost Challenger. All right, those media folks just kind of went in on them, and it was not pretty. Looking back at the vehicle assembly building, you look down right behind that big gray ball there on the yellow trailer. There's a small door down there. Anybody see that in the building? that door, believe it or not, Beverly can take this bus right straight through there with no problem. Okay? Coming up once again, you'll see that crew access arm. I see some of the guests are walking across it. All right? So you have to picture that's up at the launch pad, okay? And then the space shuttle is up against it. Of course, it's sealed, okay? And the astronauts walk across the gray structure, come through the white box, climb into the space shuttle. Okay? That's how that does. Once again, look down the road to the right. You do see the mural of the capsule that Boeing built for NASA. It's inside the building there. Coming up, we're going to see this vehicle, so I'm going to push it just a little bit just to gain a little space so I can slow down again. So have those cameras ready. I want to show you these vehicles. Again, we have two of them. They've been seen in several movies. That's been partly filmed out here. We've had lots of movies filmed out here. And but that vehicle has been in quite a few. If you remember the show Dirty Jobs, that was filmed out here, and that vehicle was in the movie. Armageddon, that was partly filmed out here. It was in that movie. I do believe First Man, and also I think Men in Black 2 or 3, one of them. But it's been so many other movies filmed out here. Okay. Now, when I clear these beige buildings, again, these buildings were built originally for the space shuttles. Okay, Boeing is using all three of these buildings. Okay, now when I clear these buildings, you're gonna drop down. You're gonna see some small white buildings. Right behind these white buildings, you're gonna see these vehicles. One's on the right, one's on the left. The one on the right is a little elevated, and just to give you an idea, you can take. It might not look like it from here. Sometimes they have a van parked up underneath it. You can take a truck, van, car right up underneath it, possibly still stand on the hood. Everybody see that?
Yes.
Largest truck in the world. They weigh over 6 million pounds, but 32 feet to the gallon. How you like that? 32 feet to the gallon. All right, coming up on my left-hand side, you're going to notice a roadway running off to the left. This roadway runs into the runway. The roadway is called a towway, like you tow a vehicle. So we towed the space shuttle back down that road, took it back to those facilities. If you look down that road, you should see a big white dome, all right? Immediately, when I say immediately to the left of that is the runway. You can even look down the road, you might see a gate going across, all right? So if you stood on the other side of it, you'd be standing on the runway.